just received a letter from Attorney General William Barr.
How are you feeling today? Now this is over.
这是美国人心中的疑问：威廉·巴尔究竟是偏私党籍总统的司法部长，亦或是大公无私的铁面律师？这位穆勒通案报告法定的最终审阅者24号以4页纸致函国会，概述个人对报告的结论。通俄、妨碍司法两案均不对美国现任总统提告。
In cataloging the president's actions, many of which took place in the public, the report identifies no actions that, in our judgment, constitute obstructive conduct. That's about as vindicated and exonerated as you can be.
曾有美国检察官说，通案特检穆勒若要证明川普通俄指控属实，必须找出川普及竞选团队同意俄罗斯以网络攻击或非法使用社群媒体等不当手段干预总统大选的确切证据。成员如川普长子小唐纳川普于川普大楼密会俄籍女律师，欲获取希拉蕊黑料一事。
There was nothing to tell.
其实仅是小川普单方示意，想从俄罗斯行动中获益，无从证明双方最终是否达成协议。巴尔引用穆勒报告原文，表示附属俄罗斯的个人虽多次主动提议想协助川普阵营胜选，但找不到证据证明该阵营联手俄罗斯打击大选对手希拉蕊。至于就任总统期间，川普是否妨碍司法
？Senator, why did you fire Director Comey? Why did you fire Director Comey?
Because he wasn't doing a good job.
2017年5月，川普无预警解任前 FBI 局长科米一事，他有无舞弊意图是关键。美国法界曾经解读，美国总统在联邦调查局掌门人面前夸赞涉嫌通俄的前国安顾问弗林，还开口希望科米放弗林一马，不能直接视为总统要求情报部门停止调查。
I remember saying, I agree he's a good guy, as a way of saying I'm not agreeing with what you just asked me to do.
巴尔在妨碍司法上做出的摘要是穆勒综合正反两方证据后，认定总统不具明显犯罪事实，但巴尔引用穆勒文字下的结论。
While this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him when it comes to obstruction of justice.
却令华府霎时成为各自表述的两个世界。对白宫而言，顶上乌云已然散去。
The whole purpose of this investigation was to determine whether or not there was collusion, and there wasn't. They were incredibly clear in the report that there was no collusion. That's a great thing for our country, and it's a great thing for this administration.
对民主党来说，穆勒耗费近2年时间，发出数百张搜索票，传唤2800字所完成的呕心沥血之作，巴尔却仅花1个周末就做出不向同党总统提告的决定，完全是太过急促、极具政治意图的党派诠释。
This is the most disturbing development, in my view, of the release of this 4-page document. Basically, this has been an issue that's been examined by the special counsel for 22 months. He lays out the evidence of obstruction. He doesn't make a conclusion, but he goes out of his way to say the president is not exonerated in this regard. And Mr. Barr, in 48 hours, turns that around and says, oh, no, I've looked at it. He's exonerated.
This report says, and he quotes from Mueller, while this report does not conclude the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him, to finish that sentence, from committing a crime.
民主党高层因此疾呼这位共和党籍司法部长尽速公布报告全文，别在那儿发表个人高见。
His conclusions raise more questions than the answer, given the fact that Mueller uncovered evidence that, in his own words, does not exonerate the president.
民主党高层心有不甘，不难理解。视通案报告为斩断川普连任路的尚方宝剑，但穆勒的调查结论却让以为可轻而易举击垮川普的执念顺化成空。如今，民主党选择调转枪头，对准通案报告的最终审批者，对报告的判断不够客观。理由是巴尔今年2月上任前曾主动去函司法部反对通俄案调查。
It emerged as he was being nominated to be the Attorney General that Bill Barr had written an 18-page memo kind of outlining his critique of what he saw as Mueller's obstruction of justice probe. At that time, he was not in the Justice Department, but he had sort of read a lot about the Mueller obstruction probe, and he didn't like it. He felt like it was sort of an unfounded legal theory. He believes the president has a lot of powers, and his own Justice Department sort of shouldn't check those.
Given Mr. Barr's public record of bias against the special counsel inquiry, he is not a neutral observer, and he is not in a position to make objective determinations about the report.
民主党内的尴尬者，还有为了在参选爆炸的总统初选中脱颖而出，妖魔化川普的部分候选人，包括咬定他是勾结外国势力才得以入主白宫，呼吁选民为维护美国民主，必须在2020淘汰川普出局。
You have a president who, in my opinion, beyond the shadow of a doubt, sought to, however ham-handedly, collude with the Russian government, a foreign power, to undermine and influence our elections. The sanctity of the ballot box, the ability for each and every single one of us to make informed decisions about those who seek to represent us and hold positions of public trust. It is beyond the shadow of a doubt that once in office, President of the United States sought to obstruct justice first by firing the principal investigator into what had happened in the 2016 election, and then, in the light of day, tweeting at his attorney general to stop the Russia investigation.
还有一种更大胆的言论，是预言川普恐因滥权干预司法入监服刑，被直接上铐，请出白宫。
You know, here's what bothers me. By the time we get to 2020, Donald Trump may not even be president. In fact, he may not even be a free person.
但穆勒报告的出炉，翻转了民主党内总统初选辩论的言论尺度。候选人不再高喊2020三振川普，而是把焦点转移到调查本身。
This is someone who's conducted an investigation on behalf of the people of the United States. It's already produced 34 indictments or guilty pleas. It is a serious investigation. People want to see it, and they should be able to.
但仍有专家对民主党提出警告：若执意以国会监督政府为名，继续深究通俄报告正确与否，不但会让华府进入更长期、更激烈的党派斗争，要是还顾此失彼的在经济、贸易、移民等重要议题上缺乏高瞻远瞩的政见规划，输掉总统大选绝对可能。民主党众院第3号人物、多数党党鞭克莱本便公开呼吁，党应放下通俄案执念，向前看，向前行。
And I believe that the Mueller report has been done. That's a chapter that's closed.
更有民主党议员说出大白话，说到底，选民最关心的还是政府能不能让人民过好日子。
I mean, we've got real work to do, and every week we get off on some subject that doesn't matter to the working people in my district or the Midwest.
政治分析家指出，后穆勒报告时代，由众院议长裴洛西领头的民主党必须调整战斗姿态，也就是要重新计算迎来这份低期望值报告后，该给党内怎样的战斗蓝图，否则故事结局就是在2020连续2年被美国人民在总统大赛中淘汰出局。